You have a big toe.
No, I have huge wide feet. My feet are
Yeah,
wide.
no, mine are technically like 46, 47 width,
Same.
and then length 45.
Same.
Yeah.
Because I'm always barefoot.
Your fucking big toe is.
It's from kicking.
Yeah.
Because I'm always pushing down on
and
that
you're
body.
always doing
Yes,
that,
always doing
right?
that.
Holy shit.
Lele, my foot widened out from when I stopped wearing so many shoes, and I'm
Uh-huh.
always barefoot.
Yeah,
If you notice, my small toe is finally separating. Like, see that?
Yeah.
I can separate this one way more, this one a bit less. Mm. Of course, ballet.
Yeah.
That fucks your feet up, ballet.
Yeah.
Ballet and wearing suit shoes.
Mhm.
Fix my balls as well, actually. Jesus Christ. Huh? What? They're the best thing I ever bought because it's like I'm not wearing shoes. I got them big on purpose.
Because I'm the same. I hate wearing shoes, like the hassle. Actually, what tends to happen with my sneakers if I wear them long enough is that over here
The sides rip open.
it rips open.
That's
like
what happened to mine. I stopped wearing sneakers because
Yeah.
I was buying expensive shoes for nothing. I have to get either genuine leather or a size bigger.
Yeah.
Mala. When you tell us, Ash.
Oh, I should probably mute my phone.
Oh, we're rolling. Oh, fuck. All right. Thank goodness we didn't say anything racist. Feet. What time is it? Man, it's 12:40. Oh! Mala,
Bella, we start.
we start. Hello. Hello.
So I do.
We can start. We can start on me and then we go to wide. I can introduce.
That's the way we do it.
Yeah,
I think it's the best.
I was watching a
move.
few podcasts. Good. Hello, hello. Welcome to Off the Mats. I'm joined today by Daniel, Funny Dan, also known in our gym. Is he on? Is he on? Well, this will be the first of a few podcasts I have in mind, all kind of involving guests from the gym and people who also practice martial arts as well. We've already spent the last like half hour fucking around, touching toes and discussing shoe sizes.
Yeah, baby.
And well, now I've got like a list of questions for Dan and a few other things. But I figured best thing to do for people who don't know who Dan is, well, besides the ones who've watched, what have you been on? Comedy. You've been in.
You've
been on Bite to Bacon.
I've
You've
been on
in
Bite
the
to
comedy
Bacon.
scene.
I do stand-up comedy. I do Kunsill
Lokali,
Lokali,
that's
which
as
is
well.
like the Maltese The Office.
Exactly. He's known. He's known in the law courts as well.
Yeah, that did happen.
So, I think just like keeping it short, like a bit about yourself. Like, mostly me, because I actually have the first question. Why did you start doing Muay Thai?
Why did I start doing Muay Thai? I'm trying to remember when I started.
I think it was post-COVID when we came out of lockdown. I think you started with me back in 2023.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly
yeah.
later.
I mean, it was a general fitness. Okay, no, I remember exactly why I started.
Go on.
Because, I mean, I wanted to learn how to fight in a sort of like just in case kind of mentality. And it was the perfect way to start getting fit and start caring about my physical fitness more consistently. Because specifically, I got you as a personal trainer. I used to come to only one-to-ones because I knew that if I just signed up for classes or whatever, I just would not come.
You started with classes. I remember.
I started with classes, but it was really...
And you hated it. I remember you didn't like it.
It was really inconsistent. I was inconsistent, basically. And then I was like, okay, now one-to-ones. Because I will go.
With clients, I've been doing this for like more than 5 years now. I've lost count, but I've been doing this for a while. With clients, oddly enough, the more expensive it is, the more I retain people.
Yeah.
The fact if the one-to-ones are too cheap, you tend to get people who are very fleeting because they don't really see the value in the money. It's like 20 euros, nothing. But when the price went up, and I, again, obviously, if doing it for years, I get better as a coach. The quality went up. People stayed way more, and they committed to it. I had less cancellations as well. Nobody wants to lose their money. That's partially why they keep coming. But I had less cancellations, and I had people who came in with a bit more of a serious attitude rather than just like a hobbyist. That makes sense.
Yeah, giving things away for free doesn't really work. It also
Yeah.
attracts a certain kind of people.
Exactly. Anything for free attracts free people, which won't come very often. I think I don't know if it applies to the comedy as well, because
100%
you
applies
guys
to the
have
comedy.
free shows and you have shows you charge for
I have no free shows.
anymore. But you
I
used to.
never.
I remember they used to be free, or they used to have some
They
kind
were in
of
my shows.
wild
Afro
back in Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, we would charge €5.
But we used to get something back.
Sorry, okay, I'm lying. The first couple of months they
Uh-huh.
were free because I was in a I mean there was a quote unquote corporate fight about it, in the sense of behind the scenes. Some people wanted to do it for free and some people did not, and eventually this is how the story is going to go in my head. I won.
Well,
And
if you won, you decide how it went. The victor
Exactly.
is normally determined history.
So I started charging €5 entry.
We
to the
used to
open
get like
mics.
a drink coupon. I remember getting a
And you get a drink coupon.
As that. You used
know,
to get
but,
1 or 2 free drinks.
but you had that barrier to entry. There was like, you gotta pay the €5. You got a free drink coupon, but you pay the €5.
It does keep out certain kinds of, I would call, like riffraff, which would
Yeah.
be some fucking retard on the street walking by, hearing the comedy and going, "Oh, I'll pop in." But when there's a €5 fee, they might not come in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It can deter people, don't get me wrong. Like the same thing with mine. The prices of my classes can deter certain people, but at the same time, I think if you're willing to pay the money, like it's already a good sign, straight up.
And there's a weird law of the universe where if you try and please everyone, you will please no one.
Yes.
But if you just try and please yourself, you might have a chance to please everyone.
And at least you'd be happy. I have done free classes before, but normally it's like an open day, and I found I don't put much effort into those. So I've had, I think, 4 in the entire time I've been in charge of the gym, and every single time they've always been like 2 hours or more. It's just open house. The door is open. You can come in whenever you want, and the community I have, the people that train there, will help you out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do much except show you around, and I'll let the guys who train kind of indoctrinate you. And it honestly, it works out better. Half because I'm not a very friendly person, which can come off. Some people are a bit when they meet me the first time, and also because they're like, the guys who train here actually are quite nice, and they end up coming more.
Yeah. It's like a way to reel people in.
As that.
Have you ever heard the Maltese saying "Lirhis oli"?
Cheap is expensive.
Cheap is expensive. So it's basically trying to say things that are cheap have hidden costs.
Of course.
What's on that level, on that route? What's the cheapest thing that has cost you in the long run?
The cheapest thing that's cost you in the long run. Fuck. Financially or like in general? Because honestly,
A lot of costs can
honestly,
be
being nice to people. No, I'll tell you straight. I'm gonna put my glasses on for this. Yeah, I tell you straight up. Being nice to people, giving people second chances and sometimes thirds, because I won't name names.
Tell me off camera.
Because I will. Because I've had clients who it's very normal in this sport, because I don't think people really understand fighting. It's not like other sports. It's not like football, basketball, badminton, fucking, what's that gay one? Padel. It's not like that, you know?
Yeah.
You have to understand that it's a very lonely, difficult life. And in my experience, the ones who are really good at it are a little bit damaged. If I look at the 3 guys and myself who fight, all 4 of us are really fucked up. Like if I look at Mark.
Okay, at least you said. I was gonna say a little bit damage.
Because some of them aren't as bad, but maybe I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, just on the surface.
Someone like Mark, he presents as a very functioning man, but I know he's had a very hard life. Like he's immigrated from another country, came all the way here. He had to fight to live here. Like the guys had a shit time. Fucking Kyle. I'm not gonna go into it, but you know, I'm not gonna go into it. But like, we're all a bit damaged, and you're gonna tell me, I'm gonna use a very extreme example, right? you're gonna come into to a combat sports gym where it's not like a fitness gym, right? Because then you have ones that are like money grabbing gyms. There are some gyms with like little belt systems. They do a special kind of grading where you do some kata shit and you punch the air and you shadow box and you do something as like a routine together. And then you pay a fee to do an exam and they give you a belt and you go, you can fight. You can't. Versus a gym where it's not like, I'm not saying that it's a rough, tough kind of place, but there are people there who really want to actually get better. And they're willing to beat the fuck out of you to do that. Right? And you're going to tell me that you, who's never had a physical confrontation in your life, not you, but like somebody who's never been beaten up as a kid, never had their parents beat them, and you think you can hurt me more than that? It doesn't, you know? And there's a false sense of like, most men think they can fight.
Oh yeah, it's
Most men think
completely
they can
ridiculous.
fight. And it's, they really cannot.
You know when this clicked for me?
When?
I mean, I always knew this in the sense of like
That you could,
that I could not actually fight.
that
and,
you
like,
couldn't fight, or that people all think they can.
No, okay. So people think that they rise to the level of their expectations, when in fact they fall to the level of their training. But I remember after a couple of months of coming to one-to-ones,
But you were sparring or just doing pads?
just doing pads. So even then, it was I still was not aware.
Because
of
I have a fucking pet peeve on that.
But-
Not with you, but go on.
But I had come to a beginner class.
I remember you telling me this.
And I remember realizing, I mean, looking at these people and going, oh yeah, about 6 months ago, I was exactly like this. And then going, Liba, how slow they are. Liba, if this was an actual fight, they're so fucked. I'm really bad.
Yeah.
Like, been doing this for 6 months. I have never sparred. And this would be a bloodbath. Oh my God.
Yes. I have to be careful when I talk about this because I know that there are people who are so fucking stupid that you can't. I'm not trying to insult a beginner because I was one as well. Like when I was dog shit. I couldn't even skip rope. Like when I
Sure.
started, my coach used to look at me like I was a fucking retard. I used to skip rope backwards, you know? If it's there's that. No, I was stupid. And I'm not chihuahua. Like I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I'm okay. Like I can handle myself. I'm decent. I'm not fucking great. I'm far from the best in the country, but I'm good at what I do. We all start somewhere, right? But the problem I have is when someone is delusional enough to think that they're decent when they're not.
Yeah.
Or they think it's easy to do, right? Something as simple as like just tapping your head and rubbing your belly. Sometimes I do it in classes. You know how many people can't do that?
It's really hard.
It's not though. It's just a matter of basic coordination.
Okay, I'm
It
doing
took
it,
you a
I'm doing
few tries.
it. Yeah, I was
But-
tapping my belly.
But it also it's hard. Who do you blame?
To be honest, now as you're speaking, I'm reminded of many memories of people doing this with stand-up. Actually, like
They think it's easy, but it's not.
but
Nothing that any craft is not easy because it requires time, effort, attention. And most people lack fucking attention because of short form video and everything else. They lack time because we're too busy trying to get things done in general. What was the third thing? See, there's the attention again. Time, attention. Forget it. Hannah, what was the third thing? I don't know. Are you paying attention? There's my. You were? Fuck. But like things require a certain amount of finesse too, you know? Anything. Even something like fucking stand up. I imagine I couldn't do it. I tried it. I remember trying, and
Yeah.
I knew I would be shit. And because I had no expectations on trying to be funny, I wasn't that pissed off about it. Because I'm like, I'm not funny. I
Yeah.
know I'm not funny. Anybody can crack a joke in the moment. Everybody has made a room laugh once in their life. God forbid you haven't.
It's a completely different thing.
Completely. It's not the same at all. And I think with fighting, it's the same because I don't know who it is, but there's a woman that goes online and she asks people, what would you do if you had a fight? Can you show us now, like Shadowbox?
Mm.
And you see guys, you know which one?
Yeah. I've
You
seen a
see
couple of
guys
these.
do like really dumb shit.
Liba.
And I always thought it was satire. I always thought like they're being paid or they're being asked to do it. Like no one knows who they are.
No, dude.
But now what I've done is that in the last 3 years, most combat sport coaches have like a system we follow. It's not something that we're like told to do. It's kind of like common sense. When you get a new client, I ask them a series of questions. Like, how much experience do you have? What are your goals? Do you want to compete? Any issues, health issues, any injury, shit, basic stuff. If they tell me they have experience, then I start asking more questions just to kind of get an idea. The day they have the session, if they have experience, the first thing I ask them to do is shadow box. And you'll be surprised how many people who say they have experience and then when they come to shadow box they cannot is astounding. And what they do as well when they shadow box is just like, what the fuck? No, it's like really, really,
But
really
okay,
bad.
what's the stupidest thing that?
Stupidest. Recently, not shadow boxing. Recently, I had a guy, and I swear to God, I almost felt like leaving the room. I had a guy. I was like, Mala, 1, 2, together. He threw both fists at once. And I remember, I just went, it's like, I can mark.
This was a complete beginner.
No, it wasn't a complete beginner in the sense of
Oh.
like he had come to 1 or 2 sessions before.
Okay.
But I don't know, man.
Like, how do you like?
Yeah, how do you define a complete beginner? Because
y-
everybody's seen an action movie,
Uh-huh.
you know? Like everyone's, yeah, man, oh wait, it's not Goku. The fuck, you gonna fuse with me? The fuck? It's true. I've seen people like
No.
fucking Hannah's laughing at which camera? Hannah's laughing in the background when these things happen. I've had people like, I mean, even stuff like this. I mean, you couldn't even call it stupid because it's like, okay, you don't know what to do.
What's the stupidest thing I did? Do you have anything that comes to mind? Where you were like,
You know what? It's not stupid. It's you. You irritate me when you giggle. When we're trying to spar, it's frustrating because it's like it ruins the vibe of what we're trying to do. We're trying to train, and I'm taking you seriously, and we're training. You're taking shots and you're laughing about it, and I know what it is. It's not. It's a nervous response.
yeah.
It's everyone does it at some point, because we have, I don't even know, but we have different responses to danger.
Yeah, sure.
Fight and flight are the ones everyone knows, but there are 2 more.
There's
You
more
have-
than 2.
There's more than 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know fawn,
Mm-hmm.
freeze. What are the other ones? Fight, flight.
So there's
fawn,
fight,
freeze.
flight, fawn, freeze, fine.
What's fine?
Fine is like everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Denial.
Basically denial. You're just like pretending everything's okay, and you're just shoving everything
I
down.
suppose that
everything's okay.
makes sense because the danger can be non-physical.
Yeah.
The danger
Exactly.
can be my wife is going to leave me.
Yeah.
Or my kids are dying.
And then the last one's faint.
Shit. I didn't think of that.
There's complete nervous system shutdown.
Ostia. Yeah, because freeze you're awake for.
Yep.
That makes sense. So I think what happens when you do that, I think you're just fawning.
Sometimes yes.
So why do you laugh? Tell
Sometimes
me why
I
you
mean,
laugh.
okay, I'm remembering a particular instance where it was right at the beginning where we had just started training. And you were
I know
trying
what
to
you're gonna
get me.
fucking
You were
say.
trying to get me to kick harder,
Fushka mandek, man.
and you were trying to insult. You were going, "Come on, pussy!
Yes.
Come on, you fucking retard!
You
Like,
fucking
come on,
kick your
that's the best you can do." And to me, that is funny. There is no, oh my god, danger. What you gonna do? You're gonna like beat me up? No, you're not. I know you're just trying to like hype me up, and that does not work on me.
I
That is, to
find-
me, it's ridiculous.
I find that with the years I've been doing this, you have to coach people differently.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
separates a good coach from a bad coach. It's knowing what you have to do for every student, you know? And I know that with you that doesn't work.
Yeah, after the
With
second
you-
time you did
with-
it, I had to tell you stop
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it. It's not
then-
working.
I think at that point afterwards, I kind of realized, okay, this works on some people, but on this one it doesn't work. So I must try something else. I think with you, the best thing to do is just be scientific or logical. Be like, Isma, to kick harder, you have to do A, B, and C.
Exactly. It's like I'm not. If I'm doing something wrong repeatedly, there's just a technique issue,
Yes.
and I'm just like body retarded. So just like, you've had to like move me sometimes.
Yes. Isma, I'd be surprised how many people have to do that with. I
Yeah.
think it's what it is a disconnection from the body to the mind.
Yeah.
Because many
100%.
of us nowadays, especially with the advent of our phones and the lack of space in Malta, we don't grow up playing. Like physically.
No. It's also like a generalized trauma response.
That makes sense.
So when you If you're traumatized in some sort of way, a very common uh, consequence
Uh-huh.
is that you are disconnected from your body, because the feelings of being traumatized are so intense that an easy thing to do, quote unquote easy, is to disassociate. And disassociation is you're here, you're no longer
if
in your
anybody
body,
else
right?
told me what you just said, I
Yeah.
wouldn't believe them. But I know that you're somebody who fact checks.
Yeah.
So where the fuck was that research coming from? Because I've never heard of that.
I mean, so we can get into like the fucking vagal nerve if you want.
That sounds familiar.
But I'm also speaking from like direct experience, which is like,
You feel like because of something that happened to you in your past, you find it hard to be able to move left and right and shit like that.
so.
I'm simplifying.
I
on
mean,
purpose.
left and right is again
That's something else.
oversimplification.
Isma. Actually, put the fucking. The amount of you who don't know what left and right is upsets me. It upsets me, Ostia. It really upsets me. Anyway.
So,
Oh, hey, Ahmed.
So my mind has fractaled a little bit. I'm not sure
We're talking about.
where to start,
Okay.
but so you can like, okay. So with general like neurodivergence,
Mm-hmm.
so like ADHD, autism, dyspraxia, these things are generally a disconnect. They're you can see them in some way as like an intimacy disorder, where you struggle to be intimate with yourself. You
Interesting.
struggle to connect with yourself. And again, I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but where with ADHD you struggle with executive function, so you struggle to connect with the part of yourself that goes like, no, we do this now.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't matter what other things are coming into consciousness. Right now, we're doing this.
Interesting.
With autism, there's the struggle with social functioning. So I cannot connect with you, but really, I cannot connect with you because I cannot connect with myself. I do not know how to read your reactions because I do not know how to read my own inner body reactions. And so that kind of mirroring aspect of social interaction
Mm-hmm.
has disintegrated. And then dyspraxia is more about like motor skills,
Yeah.
where you struggle to literally connect with the body, like connect with the fucking nerve endings. I mean, for example, I've diagnosed ADHD, but I've
But now when you say,
struggled
because
with all
I
these
was thinking,
things.
when you say diagnosed,
Yeah,
because there's a trend going on, I
by a
fucking hate it.
psychiatrist and
Yeah,
a
okay, good.
psychologist.
Because there are a lot of fucking retards
Yeah,
who've never paid. I want to point out because these
no.
aren't cheap. These are expensive. Because I paid to get diagnosed. I didn't pay. My parents paid because I was a fucking child.
Yeah,
But we paid for my dyslexia and my at the time it was called Asperger's, but now it's
true.
autism spectrum disorder. We paid money to go and get the paper and get certain and say like, yes, this is what the professional says. I'm not some fucking yuppie emo kid who has an issue with her papa,
Yeah,
and to rebel, I go, I have autism. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Now, at the same time, there are. It is hard to know where these neurodivergencies end
And
and
start.
where trauma begins.
Mm.
So,
See, I'm on the fence with that
go on.
because I tell you why. Because despite being diagnosed with it and despite noticing it does exist, a part of me wonders because there are so many people who are now suddenly autistic and suddenly have ADHD, how much of it is actually just bad habits versus actually a neurological disorder? Because I
What's the
understand.
difference?
Oh, bad habits create, yes, bad habits can create problems in the brain. I understand now how I see autism is. Autism, ADHD, all these things are a miswiring of the brain and its nervous system. The way, if I were to
Yeah.
take autism and I had to explain it to a 3-year-old or anybody with any sense of like
Mhm.
understanding me, I would say autism is basically the wires that connect touchy feely, sight, sound, and all this
Mhm.
are not totally okay. So somebody with autism sometimes might be upset by bright lights or loud noises or the texture of certain things. That's really dumbing it down. It's deeper than that, but it's to dumb it down.
Yeah.
Simplicity is good. Issa, your point of it being a trauma response kind of makes sense in that aspect. But I'm trying to figure out where does it align.
So To not okay.
I,
I'm
I,
not,
I,
I'm
lo-
not,
I, I love
I'm
I
not
love
gonna-
how he's like.
No. I didn't. I'm aware of your audience, and
Whoa.
I don't know. I didn't.
My
it's not-
audience is mostly made of degenerates.
yes, no, but
Some racist people,
let's
and
go,
for
let's
some
keep,
reason,
uh-huh,
ما نعرف شغلة,
uh-huh.
a large amount of Indians and Pakistanis because of one video I made of Esther where
Okay,
she was
okay.
dancing like this.
Nice, dude.
For some reason, ما نعرفش.
Okay, let's keep going on the trauma route. So, a lot of the traits that you would associate with ADHD or the neurodivergence, for lack of a better term, are also found in certain traumatic experiences. People who have experienced certain traumatic experiences.
I can think of PTSD, fireworks.
Yeah. And it is hard to know whether being neurodivergent, living in this society, is traumatizing, or if being traumatized leads to these things. A lot of these things are a bit of
What
like a
came
circle.
first, chicken or the egg?
What came first, chicken or the egg? You also described autism as like this miswiring.
To simplify it down,
To
I know it's
simplify
more
it.
complicated, but just if I were to explain to someone who has no idea what it is,
Yeah.
that's how I'd explain it to somebody. It's just a miswiring of the brain and nervous system.
Issa, what happens first? Is it the miswiring of the brain? Or is it something happens that miswires the brain?
I don't think it's one or the other. Sometimes it's
Yes.
one, sometimes the other.
Well,
Because in the sense of
now-
sometimes you're just born fucked up. Like sometimes you're born a bit thick. You know? And then
Also-
sometimes you're born a bit
Also, what is the brain exactly?
one of the most complex
So we're-
machines in all of nature.
I know
Like,
I'm trying not to get too philosophical, but I really
go
can't
ahead,
resist.
go ahead. That's what I want. Oh shit!
so
I
in
see
a-
what you're
what is
meaning,
the-
Alex. Go on.
What is the mind? The experience of the mind, the experience of consciousness. Is it simply an emergent property of the physical brain?
You're using really big words.
So, we
I'm not-
have a
it's
physical brain.
I don't think I'm stupid, but imagine I'm stupid.
Okay, so we have the physical brain,
Uh-huh.
all right? We have the mush
The mush.
that we know if I smash your head open, I can pull out the mush, and there's this kind of physical object thing
Yes.
that exists, right? Now we, in our Western 2026 conception of reality, see the mush, see the soft brain tissue, and we think, okay, the way in which I experience the world, the experience of experience, right,
Uh-huh.
comes from the mush,
Yes.
right?
The mush is law, the mush is life.
Now, maybe it's the other way around. Because hear me out. So,
Do
what
you
is the
mean-
mush made
You
of?
mean the experience makes the mush,
The experience makes the mush.
but you need a. Okay. If we're in a car
Mhm.
and we're driving down a highway, in the sense, the car is the skeleton and we are the mush, right?
Mhm.
What makes the drive? Us driving the car through the thing, or the fact that there's stuff around us to drive through? I think.
I'm getting lost in the metaphor.
Okay, you and I are in a car.
Okay,
Right now we're in a car.
we're in a
Let's
car.
imagine you're
Vroom,
driving.
vroom.
Vroom, vroom. We're in a car. You and I are the mush.
Okay.
We are looking
With
around.
the brain.
With the brain.
Uh-huh.
We are looking around through the eyes. You are one eye, I'm one eye.
Mhm.
We're looking around at the environment around us.
Mhm.
You are piloting the car,
Mhm.
right? Let's imagine I'm enough. You're fucking what? Because the brain's in different parts. I'm a different part of your brain.
Whatever. Left brain, right brain.
As that. We're in the car. What is making the drive? The fact that you are driving the car down the road, or the fact there is a road to drive on? I think it's both. Because without one, you can't have the other. Because then we'll just be pointless vacuums of space. You have to have an experience to experience. At the same time, you have to experience the experience.
Yeah. Okay. What is real?
Fuck
What
off, Danny.
exists?
Fucking God.
What's the okay? Because what's the so what are you made out of?
Atoms, matter itself.
Atoms, matter
But
itself.
these
What
are
is
things that we observe.
what is matter?
Energy itself. Yes, everything's made of energy. Ara, I see what you're getting into. It's a bit like
Matter is a fiction. Matter is our perception of reality isn't really real.
Matter is what we've
Yeah.
used as a unit of measurement to understand the things around us. The same thing as a meter is not real. A meter is a measurement we gave a distance.
Yeah.
But you need to have, for us not to go insane, we have to have a baseline of what to gauge on.
100%.
Like
These
if
are
I
all,
can
these are all
touch
very
this
useful
microphone,
fictions.
I have I'm probably making the sound. If I can touch this mic,
Sorry.
I know it's real because
Yeah.
that's how I perceive reality.
Now, there's something real about it, right? You know it exists in some way. But the idea that it's made of physical matter and matter is made of atoms
Yeah.
and all this stuff, that is just a useful fiction, that a schema, a map that we
we've
use
built
that we've built to
yes.
understand the world, correct?
Yes.
So what is so what you're seeing is like a dashboard.
Yes.
Now, what is something that we know is actually real? My contention is the only thing that we can know for sure is real is experience, is consciousness. Because you are experiencing it. You are conscious. The only thing that we know 100% what it is consciousness, is the experience. That there's no other way to cut that or to see it, because experience is experience.
But what is experience made of?
Experience.
But what are the experiences made of? The things around us.
Now, what are they made of is again
I like
a
how
kind of
we went from
philosophical.
autism to this in a span of how long?
Because so we'll loop back around. We'll tie it up. We'll loop back around to
get
autism.
back to autism.
So you asked what is it made of?
What is experience made of?
What is experience made of?
Experience.
That is the only reason you ask that question, is because of the conception of reality.
I think I've just lost half of the audience.
That
because
we
this is way too complicated for some of the stoners that train at the gym.
Or exactly the right amount of complicated.
True. I'll smoke a blunt while you watch this.
Right. So you asked what is experience made of. You asked the question because we are always looking for what are things made of, because of sort of our scientific conception of reality. Because that is what we've been kind of fed.
Our brain is designed to find patterns and solve puzzles. Our brain is designed that way.
Sure.
It's evolved that way.
Sure.
So we try to create order from chaos.
So but the exactly. And so what I'm saying is, this is a different way to look at reality, where it flips everything upside down from what this is what
it sounds very much like Schrödinger.
No.
Nothing is real unless observed.
No. It was Schrödinger. That's not what Schrödinger said.
All right.
The Schrödinger's cat experiment was to kind of prove how ridiculous Bohr's conception of the double slit experiment was. It was kind of a piss take. It wasn't a piss take. It was a way to show that someone else's experiment, specifically the Copenhagen interpretation of the double slit experiment, was nonsense. We're not gonna get into that.
Don't worry.
but
I like when
what I'm saying is everything is made of consciousness. Everything is made of mind, technically.
Yeah.
Everything is made of mind, and everything we see is an emanation of mind. And
Yes.
that is actually the baseline of reality. It's not that there is matter as the baseline of reality, or energy as the baseline, or whatever. It is that there is consciousness flowing through. There's mind flowing through the field.
Okay, I'm getting what you're saying, but I feel like people wouldn't. Another word for consciousness could be observation.
It could be experience.
Okay, so what you're saying is first comes experience, then everything else.
Yeah. Everything is built on top of experience. And so what we're seeing when we're seeing matter, this is just an emanation of mind. It is just a way in which mind at large, so mind outside of this specific self. So there is kind of the global mind, the sort of universal mind, and then there is sort of the self mind, the mind within me. that I understand this kind of disassociated from mind at large. And this is just an emanation of mind at large.
Yeah, a thought occurred to me. You have reached this conclusion because you have a Western understanding of physics, and you know, and you have been taught in school that the world is made of atoms and particles. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like a monk living in fucking the Great Wall of China,
Yeah.
who's never ever had a physicist in his life. Doesn't know chemistry, doesn't know
Yeah.
anything about science. He just knows spirituality. Do you think he could come to the same conclusion?
Yeah, they say the same shit.
They say the same shit.
That's kind of the point. I think that actually there is a false distinction between like mysticism and science.
All right.
I think if you dig deep enough in science, you just end up right back
Back to
at
mysticism.
mysticism.
That's exactly what Stephen Strange's superpowers come from.
Bingo. There you go.
Magic from the Marvel
see?
universe is just that.
And that proves I'm right.
For fuck's sake. It's up.
So let's loop it back around to
Let's
autism.
back to
yeah?
autism now. We're talking about it being a miswiring and how trauma response and all this. Before we went to the tangent.
So what you were saying was you were basing it on the brain.
What was I basing?
Your explanation of what autism was.
Yes,
it is a miswiring.
I'm gonna say again.
Yeah.
That is just a simple way of saying it to someone who doesn't know what autism
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
The
yeah.
same thing with ADHD.
I get you.
Like, do you know the YouTube videos you get or the videos you get where it's like, oh, explain this as if I'm 5. That's what I mean when
Yeah.
I say that. The dumbest way you can.
But I would say it's the other way, and because there's this miswiring of the brain, there is a certain experience of mind.
So do you
Right?
think somebody who's super high up on the autistic spectrum,
Uh-huh.
like I'm high functioning, right? So if I really put my mind to it, I can mask it. If you're there, I do slip up sometimes. Like I'm not gonna say I can't. I slip up. But then you get people who are non-verbal. They rock. They have certain tics. Do you think that they experience life and the world around them differently the way we do? Because
100%.
so they
without a
see
doubt.
shit differently. You think?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what I think is actually going on is that our society is structured in a certain way.
For neurotypical people.
For I think that's a complete myth, and these particular words just create conceptions of reality that are.
But we need them to have order.
We need them to have order, but what it does is it creates a particular order that is not actually in line with what's actually going on with a lot of these things. Insomma, what is happening, society is built in a certain way where there's a certain category of mind, there's a certain way of thinking and experiencing that is tyrannically imposing itself upon other minds, and this creates a counter reaction in the form of like ADHD, autism, whatever, which are and so because their minds are kind of experiencing things in a different way, and because their minds are experiencing things in a different way, it creates the miswiring underneath that on a physical level. So you see, it's to me it's flipped around. To me, mind is first.
Bear with me,
Yeah.
okay? Bear with me as well. If we met aliens,
Yeah. When
we meet aliens,
Mhm.
if we won't.
I mean, fingers crossed, dude.
Do you think that? You know how when you meet someone who's like super autistic and they're like rocking back and forth and they experience life in that way,
Yeah.
and you can't communicate with them, right? But to them, that must be totally normal, and you're the weird one.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens would experience us in a similar way? It would be like the same.
100%.
Because we watch sci-fi and it's like they speak perfect English. We know they're not going to. They're gonna have some kind of like Klingon shit. But do you think that they're gonna have a way of communicating because the way their brain is formed and their experiences to where like we literally cannot?
Oh yeah, I mean they could potentially, if they were like silicone-based life, for example.
No, that's an extreme though.
No, it's not that extreme.
In
Like
the sense of like that's the polar opposite to us, because then you have carbon-based, which is us,
Yeah.
and silicone-based.
yeah, but if they were, let's say, silicone-based, they would be like built out of like rock. So there's potentially they could talk through like light.
So that's exactly what I mean. Like they would
You
have a
know?
totally different. Can you imagine if the aliens came here, they talked to light, and the autistic ones are the ones like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, he's asking you which way the fucking train
I
station
will
is.
honestly, like again, my theory about neurodivergent whatever is that in the aggregate they suffer in that like they struggle to function within our society, but what's actually happening is that is like a necessary cost, because there's gonna be like one out of like however many million or whatever, like some small percentage, which are going to figure out how to solve the problems and how to kind of
'Cause
fix
they
the
see
problem
things,
in the
yes. I mean,
long
this
term.
comes back to like, we're tribal. Like, no man is an island, and I understand that. And that we have to work as a society and as a group, right? But the bigger we get, the more kind of hard it is to organize.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at the way we've evolved, people with ADHD and autism and all these things, they were very good at particular tasks that you wouldn't give to somebody else, because they were like,
There's that theory.
for
Yeah.
example, in my case, like I can be quite anal retentive and I can get shit done because I'm very ek and I have to have it this way. I wouldn't be good at something else. But if I were living in a tribal area, I'd have one job and people would come to me for that one thing, you know?
Mhm.
So I do think that sometimes, maybe, again, could be wrong, where we come out that way, we literally come out of that way because we have to fulfill like a beehive. You have worker bees, you have the queen bee, you have a job you're kind of assigned at birth. Not exactly, obviously, because you can decide your own destiny. Different topic entirely. Determinism versus chaos. Which one do you believe in? Everything
I
is-
think you have the free will to decide your destiny.
You are the first person I've spoken to in a long time who said that. Most people believe in you have things are gonna happen, you can't control it.
You have
As in, like, they believe in
constrained free will.
they don't believe in free will. I have met so many people lately that
Ah,
they believe in
yes.
whoop.
Yeah. But
A to
again,
B and that's it.
materialist,
Yes.
scientific reductionism,
But they didn't
retardation.
use those complicated words, but yes.
Yeah,
But I've met many people like that. You're the first person who believes in complete free will, Ostia.
yeah. That's not what I said.
No? So what did you say, Clarify?
So you have the choice to pick the path, but then you gotta walk down the path.
But do you think the path was already picked before you made the choice?
I think the path is inevitable in the sense of you chose to do combat sports.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no one forced you to do that. You had the complete free will to choose that. But then you were in Malta.
Uh-huh.
You were the only Muay Thai gym. There was one Muay Thai gym. You wanted to do Muay Thai. You had to go there.
Yes.
There was no other option. So that's what I mean by the path is in some sense predetermined. You have free will constrained within that path.
You mean in the sense of like
And then there are branches.
there are storylines to it. Yes.
You can go left, you can go right.
Yes. Like
At-
if I
at
tell
the
you right
fork in
now,
the
if I
road.
tell you right now, raise one of your hands. You raise out a convenience, but you could have raised the other one. But then you can. I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
You could have instead of staying in Malta,
Went to Thailand.
you could have moved to Thailand.
That was
you
one
could
of
have
my
made
fucking backup plans.
you
At
could have
one
made that
point-
decision, right?
At one point, I'm like, Stiatate, I just close, liquidate, do porn. Move to Thailand.
I did that.
Oh, smart.
No, I laughed, but I've had that. I've had that.
I think most men in their mid-20s have thought about it.
Yeah.
I would not most. Let's say 40%. If they're decent looking or in a really weird relationship with someone, they'd do it.
Yeah.
They'd do it. I mean,
I was about 30. It was right before I got diagnosed with ADHD.
yeah. Then you go, what, the diagnosis changed your mind?
No, just
Yeah, I can't do it now.
completely unrelated.
Is
But
that why you're going to Spain? You're going to do porn in Spain?
hell yeah, brother.
I'll wear the merch.
I will take this to.
I
to-
hope so.
Yeah.
Time check, actually. Where are we? How far in?
Yeah. How long did we?
Fuck, man.
Tan
That
na
is-
fiha.
I did not
I'm not
expect to
here,
talk
bro.
about any of that shit. I had a completely different. I'm gonna pull up my laptop now.
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Later. I can put you on the show one day. Mala. I'm gonna get the old Oh man, this pillow. La, how much better that is.
Java.
So I can't see half of my screen because the mic is in the way. So I had a schedule and plan. What a waste
I
of
have
time.
questions for you as well.
You do, Ostia. I actually have one right now. I have one, like, I already asked you, but I want to expand on. And I have a bunch I had asked people to ask
Ah.
me.
Want to do like a quick fire?
That's later. That's later.
Okay.
Tell you what, you're the guest.
Sorry.
No, you're
I'm
the
sorry.
guest. We'll start with
Yeah.
that. So go ahead. Ask one of your questions.
Oh, as in we'll ask one. Oh, we
Yes,
start with
not
mine?
quick fire, just one.
Okay,
Because
okay,
I
okay.
have what I call the big three, and I intend to ask these big three to
Okay, let's see. I have
most of the guests.
everything done down over here.
Got my
Let me
little
just.
pillow here as well.
Okay, let's start with the serious one.
You.
So right or left? Which of your testicles is bigger?
I think my right one, but I think it's because it just hangs a bit lower than the left one.
Nice.
Does that happen to you?
I'm pretty sure the left hangs a bit lower.
What about
for
you,
me.
Ashley? Which? He's checking his balls.
Yeah.
Left one hangs lower. What about you, Hannah? Oh wait. Which one of your
No,
ovaries is larger?
No, my right is bigger.
I think my
is
right
bigger,
one because
my
it
right
hangs
is bigger.
lower.
Yeah.
I hate I took you seriously. I thought it was going to be a serious one.
I know.
Why did I take you seriously?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. One tit is bigger than the other.
Some men have tits.
True. Okay, so now a technical
All right.
question.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So you're in clinch.
All right. Oh
Let's
boy.
say me and you are
Me
in
and you
clinch.
are
Okay.
All right, go on.
Our left arms are locked. They're not moving.
All right.
They're not moving.
My left arm.
Both are as in left and your
See what
right.
I mean? Is
then,
no what
sorry.
left and right is.
Yes, sir. My left, your right.
All right.
Okay. Our right arms. Sorry, my right arm, your left arm, is they're fighting for position. You know,
Alright,
we're trying to
alright,
get
yeah,
some
yeah.
leverage on each other. And obviously, I'm getting the better of you.
Yes, of course.
Now, what do you do in that situation if I were to give you a little kiss on the mouth? Would you be like thrown off guard, or would you be like on guard?
The fact I'm so used to that happening is upsetting me because
You've actually gotten a kiss on the mouth?
not in the mouth, but I've been kissed on the forehead, on the cheek so many times by the guys. It is disturbing, and it's the fault of my own because I would do it to them. You know, like I'd have enough like Eugenio in the clinch, and just quickly.
Mwah.
I think what I would do is take the opportunity at that moment to look at the CCTV camera
Mhm.
and then hopefully sweep you. You know, because it
Okay.
would make for a good clip.
Okay, nice,
'Cause
nice, nice.
It won't pick up but it would pick up the mouth on mouth, followed by the.
Okay, and then I'll be like on my knees, so you'll probably be hard by then, so it'll be quick.
Don't think I can get up that fast, but all right.
Okay. You have tattoos,
I do have tattoos. They're all done by the same tattoo artist, except for
Yes.
the one on my back.
and
Tattoos.
I believe there's like some of them are Norse.
They all have meaning. They're all Norse, except for my back piece and my arm. But my arm I'm getting it covered up soon.
Okay, and what are what's the arm?
The arm is my family crest.
Okay,
I have a pendant made of silver
okay,
that my dad got. It's McAllister clan has like a little thing, and when I was like 19, I wanted the tattoo,
cute.
and I was like, I don't know what to get, and it was before I had like not matured, but it was before I kind of like looked deeper into life. So I was like, what's something I like? And I'm like, well, we have a silver pendant made of silver. I'm like, that's kind of cool. So I said I get that,
Yeah.
and I went to was it the same time I said Muay Thai. I went to a guy who was training with me when I was still a student. He did it super cheap. It's really bad. He doesn't do tattoo anymore. It was really bad. Then I got touched up by Paul
Okay.
from Corazon. But the rest are all Norse.
Nice. No, they're really nice tattoos. But you have, and the back one is
It's a Sakyan tattoo. I do it in Thailand.
it's a Taiwan, right. So, and you're Maltese. So
Mana, I have a thing about this.
uh-huh.
I'm not English. All right, my dad's English.
Yeah.
My last name is English. I'm not
Yes.
English. I was baptized in Msida. I was christened in Msida, and I had my whole communion in Msida. So I was born, grew up, and raised
In
that place.
Msida.
Yes. Where you are baptized is where you are born in this country. Where were you baptized? Slema or somewhere else?
Probably Slema.
Man, you're from Slema. You
Uh-huh.
are from Slema. You would say you're from Slema. I am from Msida. I was baptized there. That's how it works. I don't
To
make
be
the,
honest, I'm really not sure.
if you were baptized, if you were baptized
No,
there.
no, no. Baptized, I know I was baptized for sure. I just don't know where. Like, I really genuinely have
Call
no
your mother.
fucking idea.
She's
No, I'll call her after.
You're going to hell. No, I don't
No,
fucking.
he's right.
What the fuck?
No, if you were in bed, those are the rules, dude.
Those are rules.
No, actually, technically, I think the rules are you end up in purgatory. for eternity.
Yes, with all the other like perfectly babies.
That's it. But no, my question was essentially why, if you're Maltese, why not just choose one race to cosplay as?
Fuck, man. How am I going to answer that stupid fucking question? Yeah. Well, you know what? As the autistic person I'm going to take you seriously. Okay? On the front of my body, I mostly have Nordic stuff
Mhm.
because my family descends from that part of the world. If you go back far enough, they come from like pilgrims and Vikings and shit like that. Same for my mother's side. If you go back far enough, they were gypsies. I can say that word. Issa. Some people don't like it. Issa, the ones on my back, are ceremonial. They're done by a Thai monk or an ex-monk, an apostate. And they're done in commemoration of the sport. So I tell myself whenever I go to Thailand, I get a tattoo. Because every tattoo I get in Thailand has a meaning. Like the tattoo is the one on my back. It has a particular meaning. It has a particular prayer that he does when he gets it. It's blessed by a monk. There's a whole fucking shabam when you get them done. So one is about heritage, where I'm from, and one is about where I'm going. So what my path is in combat sports and my life in general. Like now, my next one, I want to get the 2 lions
Nice. On your back as well?
on the lower part of my back.
Nice.
Not like a
So-
tramp stamp. Not like a tramp stamp. Oh,
No, my regardless. I mean, it's a good, how do you say? It's a good decoration for back
Yes.
shots.
If for what? You fucking cunt. Yeah. Son of a bitch, man. This is what I get for inviting,
Got him.
for inviting a fucking comedian.
Got him.
Oh, no wonder he sued you, Ostia. You're such a cunt. What's your next question?
No, okay. This is actually.
I don't fucking believe you.
No. I really want to know this. What bender would you be? Last Avatar rules.
I think, based on my personality and the fighting style itself that I do, most likely I'd be a firebender.
No, I would have guessed fire all
But
day, every day.
I think I'd preferably, just for the sake of efficiency, want to be the Avatar. Probably a waterbender, where most Maltese people would be. Water or earthbenders. Keep in mind, we are also descended from other parts of Europe. So, if anything about Avatar is true, your parents also determine what element you get.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Because
yes,
like
yes.
what we were Ottoman at one point, we had French people.
I mean,
What benders would the
fucking-
French be?
What benders would the French be? Air. I
No,
would
they
say.
fucking wouldn't.
I mean, they're not really that.
No, they wouldn't.
They're. You know why I said air? Because they have like that. They have the love thing, and love is kind of spiritual.
Have you ever been to
you
fucking?
know?
Have you been to Paris?
No.
It doesn't smell like love. It smells like fucking shit. So like it depends. Most Maltese would be like a mix of shit. Would be
Yeah.
like the most diverse fucking bending country in the world.
What type of bender do you think I would be?
You'd be like Sokka.
There's only one right answer. though.
One for you.
Yeah.
Earth is steady and strong. Water it flows. It's cool.
There's one right answer.
Based on how you're gonna say the Avatar?
No.
No. Okay. I'd say maybe an airbender.
There you go.
Maybe an airbender because she's so philosophical and all this shit.
Yeah. We literally.
You are,
spent
yeah. You'll be
30
like an
minutes
airbender.
talking
Yeah,
about
you'll be an
fire.
It makes sense as well. It does make, yeah, airbender. I think mine fits. Issa, unlike you, I didn't scribble down stupid ones in my notebook. I actually wrote down, I don't even need this because I know what they are. I have what I call the big 3.
Mhm.
First one. What does masculinity mean to you, to be masculine?
To be masculine, it's something like.
What's a trait of it, or what do you feel like you do that makes you masculine, or makes someone masculine?
So, I think it's something like kind strength.
Kind Ostia?
Like, so it's if it's okay if you look at chimpanzees.
The fuck we got the monkeys?
Let's go.
All
then.
right, all
If
right.
you look at chimpanzees,
I'm
if
looking
you
at a
look at those
chimpanzee.
like tyrannic, if you look at the alphas, the leaders of the pack
Uh-huh.
that are Andrew Tatey, that are tyrannical, that rule by power and rule by being the biggest, strongest monkey, it doesn't work.
Uh-huh.
It or rather, it works, just not for very long.
In a monkey society, it works. In
In-
our society, it doesn't work.
It 100% works.
But I don't think masculinity
no, think. I mean,
is,
look.
is present in the animal kingdom.
What do you mean?
I don't think. I think to be masculine is not the same as to be male.
I mean,
Because you have the males of the species
okay,
that perform the male tasks. But to be
Yeah.
masculine is something else.
okay. What? Let's define our terms then.
All right?
What does masculine mean?
I'm asking you that.
I mean, to me, there are no behaviors that males engage in that females do not engage in, and vice versa, with the exception of like childbirth.
Yeah.
But and so to me, masculine is like, what are the behaviors that are mostly engaged in by the males of society?
So you look at it from a purely biological standpoint. You're not looking
I
at
don't. I think there's. I don't know what else anyone means when they start talking about it otherwise.
I think that. So I'm going to give my 2 cents
Uh-huh.
on it. I think the idea of to be masculine has been polluted by
Yeah.
social media.
Or- yeah, sorry,
and
go
all
on.
the- Go on, go on, go on, go on.
No, I don't. So, I understand it physically, but to connect back to what we were saying before, the physical is like the biological is an emanation of
But I don't
something
mean
deeper.
like I mean like when someone is truly masculine in a healthy way. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about toxic masculine because you have
Yeah,
toxic
yeah,
masculinity,
exactly.
which is the extreme or the unhealthy of one or the other. I'm talking about I don't give a fuck if the logo's covered. I'm talking about like a masculine trait that you'd say you have or someone has, and you'd say this is what it means to be masculine, to be a healthy, good masculine
Yeah.
person, or to be masculine in that moment.
It's something like, come on, let's go do this thing. Hey, yeah, you can do
I
it,
like
and
the, I like
I'm
what you said
gonna.
about kind strength.
Yeah.
That's more in the ballpark of where I align to.
It's like, come on, we're gonna fucking do it, but I'm not gonna like beat you to get you to
No,
do it. I'm
that's
gonna be
something
like, come
else.
on, let's do it together. Like, come on, let's do it. You know? Hey, yeah, you can do it.
Okay. On that point, the polar opposite, feminine.
Like what?
What
Like
it
what's
means to be feminine. Kind strength for masculine was a good example.
the healthy feminine, Madonna.
Very hard to find nowadays.
I have a picture of it in my head. I'm trying to think of like how to describe it.
An AI cat girl.
Huh?
An AI cat girl.
AI cat girl.
Nice
Big
girl.
titty girl. It's like something like like communal. It's like making sure the connections between us are strong, but I don't know how to say that.
You know
Like
what?
there's a community and there are connections within the community, and the healthy feminine makes sure that these connections are strong. And also, by the way, this is within both men and women, like both the masculine
No,
and
I
the feminine are
believe
within
that
both men and
I
women.
genuinely believe that inside a person you have a sense of both. There's a time to be masculine and be feminine, right? I do. This is my opinion. It's not fucking fact, but I do believe that we go through and do certain things that could be moved more to one than the other. I'm not talking about gender and sexual persuasion. I'm talking about, for example, combat sports and to be violent can be seen as a masculine thing. At the same time, a mother protecting her children is a motherly thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's feminine, but it requires some of the masculine, right? So we shift between the two in my POV. The same thing when it comes to creating art. Art can be seen as a feminine thing, creation of life, creation of beauty and things like this. At the same time, there are many, many famous men that created beautiful pieces of art. Oftentimes, like Mona Lisa, it was to a woman, right? Things like this. So I do think we shift between the two of them. I was expecting a deeper answer than that, considering how deep you got earlier about autism, and two, in the car on the way here, I said, I hope the questions you have aren't surface level bullshit. And the first thing you fucking asked me was, which one of my nuts was larger?
I answered so quickly for the masculine, I suppose, because I've thought more about like how to make the masculine healthy. It's like,
Do you feel like you are a masculine person?
yeah.
I think you are as well. But what do you think makes you that?
So again, there's this weird thing where a lot of times certain words get misconstrued for each other.
Exactly,
So-
like the word masculine is misconstrued. The whole idea of to be masculine now has been polluted.
Yeah,
Same thing with
yeah.
feminine. That's why I call it
So
the big three.
I think what makes me give certain masculine energy is not even like anything like that deep behaviorally speaking. It's more like I have a deep voice, I have a fucking beard.
But that
I
comes
have-
back down to like physical things. That comes down to again biology. Like
Yeah, again, but yeah, I mean, yeah, because we're fucking
Yes,
men,
yes, but-
and so we're more masculine.
yes, we are, but there are traits of things that we do that make. For example, one thing I could think was in the case of you, you are someone who you get things done. You know,
Mm.
when push comes to shove, you do it. If you have an idea, you try and get it done. That to me is a very masculine idea.
Mhm.
That's not to say, because this is the bit where people get pissy with me. It's fucking stupid. The opposite to that would be you don't get shit done. You don't get things done. That's not femininity. It's not at all. Like
Yeah.
it's not the opposite to one is not the other. The opposite to being masculine is not femininity. The opposite is just not being masculine. So if I tell you one trait of yours is you're a good leader, it doesn't mean that if you're a bad leader you're feminine. It just
Yeah,
means you're a
okay,
bad
okay,
fucking
okay,
leader.
okay, I get you,
Because
I get you, I
women
get
can
you, I
be a
get
good
what you're
leader,
saying.
but women can be good leaders in a motherly kind of way, where it's like nurture, care, emotional love, emotional safety. There's a sense of warmth, you know. With men, there is a similar sense of warmth, but it's not the same kind of warmth. It's a sense of cool peace. Like when you ever been around a guy, ever gone out? It's happened to me a lot. Sometimes I go out with the guys from the gym. We'll be at a bar, and it dawns on you. Everybody here can fight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty chill, but nobody is looking for a fight.
100%.
No one is out. Everyone at this actually is like, let's all be chill tonight and not cause any trouble. If someone causes trouble from outside the group, everyone's like, hey, it's okay. Like, we're not gonna leave us alone. We're not gonna bother you. You know, everyone's calm. That is healthy masculine because it's sense of like, we could destroy, but we choose not to because it's good. The opposite of that is not feminine, where you want to start causing chaos. It's just not being masculine. That kind of feeling of being in a cool, calm environment, I would say, is masculine.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to go out, like I've gone out sometimes with the girls, and you go out with the and it's like a tea party vibe.
Yeah,
dress
yeah,
nicely,
yeah. The
everyone's
vibe is completely different. Completely.
And you have a different sense of safety. You don't feel physically safe away from violence, but you do feel emotionally safe of like, if I feel like there's something I want to talk about, I can get it off my chest.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
met with a sense of depth where I can expand on it. With healthy masculinity, you can do the same thing. Like I've had my male students, part of being a coach, they come to you sometimes with like troubling things. And you can't just be like, oh, get over it, bro.
مشاكل,
That's
stupid,
fucking
yeah.
faggotry. You
Yeah.
have to you have to
I mean, men
give them
have these
space.
feminine qualities as well, right?
Hence
Like,
why
you
I
have to
think it's
develop
present
them.
in both.
But exactly, no, it's present in both for sure. But then I do think that like the pinnacle of someone who would represent kind of masculine traits is always going to be a man, and the
Yes,
vice
of
versa
course.
for
No,
women.
of course.
They can just do women can do femininity better,
Of course,
and
of
men
course.
can do masculinity
Because we're
better.
built
You
that
know,
way. We're meant to work together as a unit, as one, not against each other.
I mean, for as a particular example, some of the fucking women fighters that you see at the fight events or whatever are fucking savages, dude.
Yes,
They
I would
will
argue.
kick the shit. Yeah, I was trying to convince. I can't remember her name, but I was at an event yesterday, and there was one of the fighters in Soma, and I was telling the guys I was with, I'm like, see that chick?
Papa.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was like, see that chick over there?
She'd kill you.
Murder
She'd kill-
any of
she'd
us.
kill you and not break a
She'd
sweat.
kill most of the men in
Easy,
here, and they
easy.
were going, "Oh shit, she's
Yeah,
tiny." I'm like,
she'd-
brother,
Yeah, kill you. She'd kill you.
you, yeah. If you hit her, you're gonna hurt her really bad.
But
But
she's
you have
gonna
to hit her
fucking hit
first.
you.
But you're gonna have to hit her first. If I grab her, she's not gonna let you grab her.
No.
She knows what clinches.
Yes. No, this is the again. This is at the beginning we talked about people don't understand violence. Like you want more water?
That's fine. It's fine. We'll do it.
People again like, okay, fine, you're bigger and you're physically stronger, but she's trained. It comes back to like people who give me shit of like, yeah, but it doesn't work in a street fight. Why not? It's like you're not
If you run at me in a street fight and I teep you in the sternum,
even that, but like you think I'm gonna play by the rules.
party.
Forget teeping you in the sternum. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts, and I know how to kick. I'm gonna knee you in the fucking quadricep. I'm gonna hit you in the back of the head. I'm gonna do all the shit that's not allowed because I know I can do it. You tell me if you get into a BJJ scrap on the ground, okay, people tell you like BJJ doesn't work in street fights. If you're one-on-one, it's a good defense. You think that if you tap, I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna,
Like,
I'm gonna
fuck.
break your elbow, dude.
I'm gonna rip your ACL. I'm gonna make it so you can't walk again. 100%. Because there's no rules at all. We went on a tangent. Like, based on the examples I gave about masculine and feminine, now that I've explained it better, do you feel like you understood the question more and have a better way of explaining it, or are you gonna stick with what you said?
I mean, I still think what I said is sort of makes sense based on what you were saying. Like, you know,
There's no wrong answer.
it's that way of being, which has that kind of safety. The creates this feeling of acceptance, safety, kumbaya,
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Everything's fine as it is right now. Things are good. The masculine is kind of that pushing forward.
Yes. The urge to explore, the urge to do something else, kind of. Now, with that in mind, when it comes to masculine, who can you think of? Like people that you know, people in history that come to mind. For me, it's always Genghis Khan as masculine, but I'd say he's more on the toxic side. But
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius, more on the less toxic side,
Yes.
but still a conqueror.
But then you have to judge it based on the rules of the time. I mean,
No, exactly. I mean, if you're doing it based on the rules of the time, Genghis Khan wasn't that bad.
I mean, even for the rules of the time.
Fair. And JFK,
JFK is a good one. JFK is a good
because he was
one. Pericles,
was which country?
Greek, Athens.
Greek, Athens, yes. JFK, because he was stern and firm and he stood on principle, but he wasn't egotistical. You know, he had a mission in life. He wanted to make his country better. He got killed for it. But there was a goal in
Yeah.
mind. Who are your three?
I think, to be honest, the way to have the healthy masculine is to integrate is to integrate the feminine.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
If you can't be in touch with your feminine side, there's no way in hell you could be masculine, because you have to understand not the opposite, but what it means to be something else. Right? Because anybody can say the opposite of being disorderly is to have order, but to understand different types of order.
Yes, and also there's another element to this, which is the Jung talked about. Are you familiar with Carl Jung?
I'm not too deep into him, but I
He was Freud's student, basically. He took psychoanalysis to the nth degree.
Freud
let's
was the
say.
one about the mom, right?
Yeah. So Carl Jung talks about like the inner archetypes of the unconscious and the subconscious mind, and one of them is two of them are the anima and the animus, the inner masculine, the inner feminine.
Yes, this rings
Right?
a bell.
Now, what happens if you are a man and you do not accept your feminine side?
You destroy yourself completely.
What is actually happening is that there is the anima within you that is not within your conscious control. So it lives within the subconscious. So it's actually driving the car. because you're unaware of it.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have control over it. It's not integrated within you. So you're actually pretty fucking feminine. And that's in fact when you see these guys that are like super aggressive,
They
they're
like,
really
they like it up the bum a bit.
they're
They
not
have a
what
soft toy.
they're really emotional.
Yes.
What's emotionality typically associated with?
Yes, I get
You know what I
yes,
mean?
I get
They end up falling on their own sword. Like,
This is where again I think most people, men and women, both should go to therapy.
Oh, yeah,
Some
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of therapy, talk therapy, if it's Gestalt or some other school of therapy. Everyone should do some. Everybody should have a physical outlet like a sport, some kind of discipline. It could be something that just makes them have to be on time to something, as simple as that. A martial art would be a good one,
yeah.
or any kind of hobby where you have a time frame you have to be on, and genuinely they should go to therapy and talk about the problems and have a good support system around them where they can speak
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Although I would argue that in the order of things, you should start with the physical practice.
Discipline.
With specifically like some sort of martial art or the gym
I agree.
or something, a grounding
Because
thing.
that has built for me. That has, if it wasn't for Muay Thai, I wouldn't have gone to therapy, because combat sports teach you a lot about yourself and the people around you. And one of the things that taught me was I am a very angry person who at the time has not figured out how to figure out his emotions. So why am I crying after sparring? Like, why am I breaking down in tears? Why am I feeling like shit whenever I train? Why am I so upset if I don't do well?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I looking for my coach's approval? Why am I, getting worked up over something? It all leads back to something else. And if it wasn't for that happening, I wouldn't have been like, maybe I should talk to somebody who's a professional, And people who advocate and say therapy doesn't work haven't found the right therapist, I think. Because I was lucky enough after about six is a lot. After about six, I found the right guy.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot better for it. In the last 3 years I've been going, so a lot better for me. But if it wasn't for that, wondering why I'm fucking messed up after something, I wouldn't. Because it puts you in positions you wouldn't be put into. How often times are you in a physical confrontation?
Fucking never.
Never. Thankfully. Thank
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
Because if we lived in a world like that, it'd be a nightmare. But combat sports forces you to be uncomfortable. And when you're put in that position, things come up. Again, that disconnect we talked about, things come up.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's that disconnect. Most people today are disconnected from their bodies, so they need to prioritize that, in my opinion, before they do the listen. Go to both, do both immediately if you can.
Yes,
But if you had to pick one, start with the physical,
what
and
bugs
then
me with people is some of them, I don't know why some of them start. Like, I'll always say it, I am not a good businessman. I'm a good coach and a good fighter. I'm not a good businessman. So sometimes I'll say something to a client that will make me lose the client. Where I could look at someone and treat them like a cash cow. Because you do get, I'm going to use the word, you do get losers that come in, and I've had them before, that come in just to look cool. And they put it in their Instagram bio, Nakmoy, and stupid shit. Nakmoy means fighter.
Okay.
If you're a fighter in Thailand, they say you're Nakmoy.
Okay.
You're a Thai boxer.
Yeah. No. The face was like cringe.
Yeah,
You're
no,
putting it on
like-
your Instagram.
Don't get me wrong. I think you have to earn that.
As that.
You have to have a fight, at least a couple of fights to earn that. Like, I've had fights now. Like, I've been tested. I've lost. I've won. I've been severely injured. I've come back. I've gone to the ringer. So I think like I've deserved to call myself a fighter. I live and breathe the sport. You as some fucktard who comes once a week, wears the same pair of shorts, and only goes to beginners classes, you're not a fighter. You're a guy with a hobby. And you don't really put the work in. Like, yeah, you know what you're doing because you're here every week, once a week, doing the same thing over and over again. But if I put you in a position where you're challenged, you break down. So why are you coming? What's the point? Because the whole point of the sport is to be challenged and overcome the challenge. Why are you still going, and why aren't you moving ahead? People who stay in the beginners, I tend to question them and ask them, like, why are you still coming to beginners? Why aren't you going to the intermediates? Why haven't you started sparring yet? And oftentimes the answer I get is, A, well, you haven't told me I can go. I have to tell everyone they can go. I've always said this. You're never gonna feel ready. You just have to try it. Issa, if you turn up, and I know you're not meant to be there, I'll tell you. But I will at least tell you after. I'll let you try, and as the saying goes, you fuck around and you find out, which I think works. If I know you're gonna be a problem, I won't let you in. Like if you're severely bad, okay, I'll tell you Isma. I'll say it nicely. Yeah, you don't come. But if I'm not sure, I'll let you fuck around. Then we'll find out together. Or sometimes it's scheduling, which is excusable, but normally the ones who have a scheduling issue don't have an attitude because they're there for the right reasons. And sometimes it's a matter of just like they haven't got an answer. They just don't want to be challenged. They want to just stay and be comfy and flirt with the new girls that come in. You know?
Yeah, that is a problem.
You get these kinds of guys.
Mm.
Mostly you get men like that. The women I get have a different set of problems. But because I challenge them, they don't stay and they end up leaving. So from a business standpoint, it's bad because I lose a client. But
but
I believe in
I would
quality.
suspect exactly
Quality.
that it's bad short term, good long term.
I believe, and again, I am not doing this sport and I don't run this gym to make money. I don't make much money off this. Like, I make enough to pay my rent and live comfortably. I haven't gone on a holiday in fuck knows. It's been ages. And I'm okay with that because I feel like I have a purpose and I'm doing a good thing and I'm fulfilling what I need to do as a man in my society. Versus certain gyms which will stroke the cock of everybody who comes in, give them a funny colored belt, and tell them you're a winner.
Sorry, can you name these gyms specifically where I can go get my cock stroked before a session?
Fuck you, Allah. Because drama. But there are people, you'd be surprised how many people used to come to me. They
have had their cock stroked by
they
their
haven't had their cock stroke. They
come pants down to the session,
zero cock stroking.
expecting you to cock stroke.
They have a bad time because their cock wasn't stroked. Their cock wasn't
stroked.
stroked. They go somewhere else and there's a little bit of a, and then they stay there. It happens. It happens.
Yep.
It happens. There was one more question I had.
The
in
big
the big
three.
but I feel like we're running out of time. We are running out of time.
We'll do it quick.
The quick fire one
Uh-huh.
was, what do you think your purpose is?
What do you think my purpose is?
Very quick fire.
Well, I was sent here by Odin the All-Father.
Okay,
to
next section.
To bring mirth and just general.
I have to hear him. I have to hear him say this because the laptop is loading.
General mischief to the masses.
There was a question. I have a Google form I had asked, and I think I had posed the question, but you ignored it in the group chat. Let's imagine.
I'm imagining.
All right,
I'm in my mind palace.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
You are 5 inches in Kyle.
Inside Kyle.
Inside Kyle. You
Okay.
are 5 inches in Kyle.
Which hole?
His asshole.
Okay.
And Mark
Mhm.
is 5 inches in you.
I don't believe Mark has enough meat.
Miskin, hostia. Everyone said that about him. Which way are you moving?
Oh, forward.
You're moving forward.
Of
Why?
course. Because I'd rather fuck someone in the ass than get fucked in the ass.
Just don't actually try it. Anyway, next section. It's gonna raise so many. Fuck, I have no Wi-Fi. Another fucking. Oh, God bless Go in their hotspots.
Miskin, Mark. I'm sure your cock is reasonably sized at the least.
I feel like he has to watch through all of this, the whole thing, only to get to the part where you question the size of his manhood. And after enjoying all the philosophy, he's just like, my dick ain't that big,
What's going on?
Miskin. Hannah's just rummaging through her bag and I can hear it so loudly as well. So basically, I had a couple of questions listed on the thing. And one of them was, Isma Dan, when you... ... And there was a series.
This was the web form that you asked people to...
Yes.
Okay.
So, most of them, dog shit. But there were a few that caught my attention. One of them in particular was, looking back on your early 20s, what's something you wish you did more of and less of? So you're a funny person, but do your best to take this one seriously.
Okay, no,
'cause I am curious.
okay. I'm gonna quick fire them.
Go.
Okay, more fighting, less drinking.
Alright, fair enough.
Fighting in a gym, not in bars.
Okay, quick fire. This or that. Ladyboy. What the fuck? Ladyboy wife or son with a permanent permanent bad switch kick?
Ladyboy wife. That's unacceptable.
Striking or grappling?
Striking.
All right. Lemons or onions?
Onions.
Onions. This one might get you sued. River of Love or Al Qaeda?
Al Qaeda.
Forget everything you know about fighting and start from zero with some of the grammar in this. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. Fuck that. My dyslexia's kicking in too hard. Man, for 1,000 in cash, 10,000 in cash, 10,000. That's one with fucking 4 zeros. All right. Take a full power leg kick from Kyle to the thigh, or a teep to the balls. We're taking now full power leg kick to the thigh in the sense of like that could tear your ACL.
Yeah.
Like full on, or to the nuts.
Or to
Infertility
the nuts.
from Kyle, and he's going at like you've just fucked his mom.
Neither. I'm not poor.
You can't answer that.
I'll leave the 10K on the table. No problem.
Okay, 10K. Would you hide a body? And what are your parameters? The age, the gender, and whatever.
No, so
Have you taken the money?
The characteristics of the body make no difference to me. What do you mean? No, it's the circumstances around the death.
Forget this. Let's say they all died of the same thing.
No, as in, what's the situation here? You're coming to me and telling me we need to
Danny,
hide the body.
I have to hide the body. I have 10K in cash. I'm gonna give you the. At what point, where age or gender, do you say no?
No, that does not factor into it whatsoever. I'm like, my question is, what happened?
Let's imagine it was a murder.
Again, it depends. Like, there are many situations where
Let's
I'd be like, I
imagine-
guess we're hiding this body.
Let's imagine it was a murder of someone we both don't like.
Again, that doesn't make much of a difference to me.
Okay.
It's like, if you, let's say, someone we both don't like, Osama bin Laden. No, we like him.
He wasn't that bad.
No, okay. Let's say
Don't say the next person you're thinking of, because okay, never mind. Go on.
Gordon Manché runs at you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man, I know he was.
Runs at you with a knife. Okay, or tries to attack you in some way, and you end up murdering him. But you show me the video.
Will I get sued if he says this? Wait.
No, it's fine.
All right.
You show me
Hypothetically.
completely hypothetically. Gordon Manché is a nice, upstanding individual who would never rush at another person with murderous intent. Now,
he wouldn't. One of his disciples.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Might.
I said. That's Sma. If Manché has some fucking voodoo power over you, it's working.
I know, right? Okay.
Jesus Christ, that was creepy.
No.
He being silenced by God himself. You okay there, Danny?
I need to tighten. Okay, that's fine. So, let's say he rushed at you with murderous intent.
Yes.
You kicked him in the face, killed him.
Yes.
You show me the CCTV video, and it really just looks like you murdered this guy. Like, there was something got corrupted. Like, basically, the situation
So
is
I'm
such.
fucked.
You're fucked, and it's really not your fault. It's like there's some way where I'm sure that it wasn't your fault, but you're fucked. I would help you hide that body. I don't care if that's like a fucking 15-year-old girl. If it was the same situation, like it's quite what's the word? Unlikely that would happen. But that those aren't the characteristics which I care about here.
Fair enough. The last ones were really bad. I'm not gonna bother. There were like 2 that were okay, but they're quick fire. Do you like people?
Yeah, sure. People are great.
Why do you like people?
We're all part of the universal oneness. I am you, you are me. The distinction is false distinction. You know, we're all part of the same emanation of the one.
This wasn't very quick fire, Ostia.
It's pretty good.
Okay, now I'm done with my quick fire.
I came too.
Do you have any?
Quick fire.
Yeah. And then we go into our, then we go into our aftercare.
Piano labor. Make it easier. Sorry. Mint off already.
Let's just say it's kind of conservative, but not about everything.
Mintoff or Eddie.
Ostia, Mintoff had that fucking. Mintoff.
There's
had
only
that.
one fucking right
Mintoff
answer
had
to.
that like he had he got things
You know,
done.
those belt buckles.
Masculine. But
Yeah.
Eddie had a really good name. Eddie Ferganami. I can't
Eddie
even say it without
Ferganami.
stuttering. Don't make the edit of me stuttering.
Dom Mintoff.
Don Mintoff. Wow, Daddy Dom. Next.
Zuko or Ang.
I think Zuko had a better story.
Pretty
Much
good
better
fucking
character
story.
development, yeah.
Yeah. So, because that probably wasn't picked up on the mic. So, Zuko ex Katara or Ang ex Katara? Who should Katara have ended up with?
I'm gonna trust the writers and say it makes sense she ended up with Aang.
I
Because I
agree.
feel the moment they saw each other, they fell in love. That was one of the few examples of where it's like she could have had other options, but you know what? It made sense. I do think Zuko is a retard for dating that fucking emo bitch.
Not
Ty Lee?
Not Ty
No,
Lee.
Mai.
Mai.
My
Yeah,
God,
Mai.
what a miserable fucking cunt she was.
I know, Madonna.
God. I bet she's the kind of girl that starfishes,
Yeah.
but acts like a fucking badass.
Um,
Katara will put in the work.
Qatar was, you know what was fucking hot? The Mash is Zapisima. The Zuko sister. Azula, thank you.
Confirmed. Danny masturbates to cartoons.
I have masturbated to so many cartoons.
Ostia.
But it's been a while. I'll be honest.
I'm
It's
glad to
been a
hear.
while.
Any more?
Have you never masturbated to cartoons? Yes or no?
It's been a while.
The yes or no? Okay.
I haven't masturbated in a long time. It's been a while, but no, I haven't to cartoons. Not yet.
Never to cartoons.
No,
Never.
no.
Not once in
Should
your
I
life.
try it?
Yeah.
Are you recommending this?
Azula porn. Rule 34.
I'm not gonna promise you I'm gonna try it
Yeah.
because I know for a fact if I do, you're gonna come into my mind, and that would kill the vibe entirely, Ostia.
Nice.
But I'll
dude.
put it on the list of things to do.
Nice. All right. I think we should end there.
I think we should end there. Actually, yes. Masturbation being the ending topic. That was good.
Prosit. We're done?
That went everywhere.